Hi, this is Stephie Mae from Stephie Mae Illustrations. This is my first vlog. This vlog began with you meeting my cat Zoe, one of my cats. My other cat is Penny. Probably won't see her as often. She's not quite as social as Zoe is. Again, I'm Stephie Mae from Stephie Mae Illustrations. I am starting this vlog because I've been inspired by watching Holly Exley, ByBun, Minnie Smalls, Chronically Jackie, although not an artist, still one of the very inspiring vloggers that I found. Here you can see me starting to work on what the beginning part of my vlog series will actually be about, which is cleaning up a studio. My studio is an absolute wreckety-wreck. There is just no getting around it. My studio right now is barely functioning as far as being able to get through the door and work on something. So here I am starting the process. I just decided to clean up the desk where you'll see later I was actually filming at. Problem was, every now and then you can see where the images here are kind of shifting around, and it kept autofocusing. And it's been so long since I've used this Canon camera that I didn't think about the fact that it was going to start refocusing continuously. And unfortunately, the camera picked up that sound, so I couldn't use the actual video I had taken of myself where I talked to you and did this part of the voiceover thing. It's now a voiceover, and it wasn't before. And here you can see where I got my desk pretty much almost done here. Zoe's sitting there, of course. And then it's going to switch into what the rest of my studio looks like. This is where I set up my essential oil every day. I burn an anxiety release oil whenever I come into the studio. This is my favorite burner. I haven't found another one made of terracotta again, but it works the most. Works the best out of all of them. This is a table where I have to put books away. This is where I've actually had started organizing. There's my kid toys, Darth Vader, Care Bears, My Little Pony, Tickle Me Elmo. And then where I had started organizing last winter, actually winter of 2016. I didn't get very far into this because in January, my mother was, re-diagnosed with cervical cancer. We had thought we beat it a couple years before, and apparently it came back. She had been tested fall of 2016, was right before Thanksgiving, I think it was. She got the clear again from her tests, but by January, she wasn't feeling good. She went in and she was diagnosed in February that the cervical cancer had actually come back. And when that happened, it was already progressed enough and that they told her she wasn't going to make it. So she was diagnosed in February of 2017, and my mom actually died April 17th. So we didn't have very long to get used to the idea, but I moved my mom in with us right away, and I was her full-time caregiver for the remainder of her life from, it was right around Valentine's time that we moved her in, and then she passed away at middle of April. So a lot of my artwork went to the wayside because I just didn't have the energy because I was a caregiver at the time. So I know that a lot of videos will show you a somewhat messy studio. And then it's miraculously clean. And I want to show you what an actual messy studio looks like, I guess. I don't know why, but I guess maybe because it would hopefully give hope to somebody else that has a really messy studio that you can get your crap together and clean it out and reduce what you have. And I'm switching from working primarily on quilting and fiber arts. That's what I learned from my mom. And since my mom passed, I really haven't had I haven't had the inclination to work with the fabrics as much because it just brings back a lot of memories that are still pretty harsh and strong right now. And over the last few years, I had started switching back to working in traditional art, like gouache and watercolor and just graphite. And I'm going to continue doing that. And I've started taking in pet commissions for people. Mostly friends and friends of friends so far, but I have just introduced on my website that I am going to be offering it publicly to people. So hopefully I can start getting in some cute little puppies, kittens, gerbils, rabbits, I don't know. Here's my fabrics I need to clean up. There's the sewing area. That's my quilting machine back in there. And you can see it's pretty messy. So one of my goals is to show you as I progress and reduce and organize and get the studio set up. And after that point, or during the time, because I'm guessing it's going to be a long process getting it ready in here, I also want to just kind of show you what it's like to be a full-time at-home artist that's just starting out. And I think it'll give me a reason to have a lot of structure to my days a little bit more, so that I have something to show you that I'm producing, that I'm working on, that I'm getting into the studio, that I'm, putting the time in, because I really just need to get going on this. I need to take control of my life again and move back into a place of comfort in my studio where I can create and not just sort of sit here and zone out, which is what it's kind of been like since I found out my mom got sick. I oftentimes would come in here and sit down at the computer, space out on Facebook, and next thing I know, the day is gone. And I'm sure little Zoe here will help keep me on task. Here's Zoe. She's so cute. I live in Minnesota, and it's snowing a little bit today. We live right out on the edge of a wetland preserve, so that's typically a wall of green in the summer, but in the winter I can see all of the deer and the rabbits and the whatnot. So I have an entire wall of windows in my studio that are floor to, about 8 feet high, and that kind of reduces how much storage I actually have. I'm not complaining. I love having the windows, but I don't have a lot of storage on this side for space, and because of the fireplace on that side, which is buried behind a desk I set up, I don't have a lot of room there either. So if you like this vlog, I hope you'll click subscribe below and join me in the next vlog when I continue on my journey to get my shit together and clean up my studio.